Hey guys, Court from Cody Media again. I'm here with Todd Johnson, owner of Strips in Kansas City, and we're going to talk and learn a little bit about his restaurant today. So you want to take a seat and we can chat a little bit, and then we're going to go look at some of this food that you have. So Todd, Strips, tell us about it.
So, we wanted to create something that was completely different and absolutely better. We're dealing with pork and chicken. Those are not expensive items. And so, the challenge is to get those consistently in a fast food environment and, but really to make it the best quality you can get anywhere, at any price. And, we get it out in 3 or 4 minutes from the time you order. That's a goal anyway.
Right.
So it's all working out pretty well. We've been it's taken a couple of years to get exactly where we want to be with all of our recipes and seeing how we need to, get things prepped. And some things worked, some things didn't. But, we're getting it kind of figured out. So
sure.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you have a background in restaurant ownership before this, or how did you get started?
I grew up on a farm, and my grandmother had a diner up until I was about 5 years old. So I always liked playing around, down there. I'd go around the tables, and the people would feed me French fries off their plates.
Right.
But that was back in the late '60s, early '70s. You probably wouldn't find that anymore. But
yeah.
But my degree's in agronomy at K-State. Worked at the soybean research facility there a little bit. So my background is more of a science background, but I was executive vice president of a bank for 12 and a half years. I went to banking out of college, and then I decided to get in the hotel and restaurant business. And Southeast Kansas, I had a microbrewery with 13 beers on tap. Had that for about 3 years. Closed that in 2008, and but kept the hotel open. I still own the hotel down there, but leased the restaurant space out, and moved to Kansas City in 2011. Was doing some restaurant and bar consulting throughout the United States, doing a lot of sports bars, converting them over to scratch kitchens because I always like to serve food made from scratch. It's just better quality. If one of my friends said, if I wanted home cooking, I'd stay at home. So you want to have an experience that is a little bit special for people, and not just stuff you could buy at Sam's Club and throw in the freezer, or from the freezer and throw in the fryer or whatever. So converting a lot of those restaurants over to scratch kitchens, and I kept finding, not in Kansas City area, but different places, these chicken finger, chicken tender franchises. They always were incredibly busy, but I thought, without the sauce, the chicken wouldn't stand on its own, which that's the challenge. Anyone can make a sauce, but to make get the flavors to stay through the fryer and make it out on the back end is a huge challenge. So I'm a bigger guy. I don't need a lot of sauce. I'm a little bit too saucy as it is. So I wanted to, have chicken that you can eat without sauce. And, a lot of our customers now order that, our chicken without sauce. So it tastes great without sauce, but if they like sauce, we got 15 signature sauces to choose from.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things unique that you have. You mentioned the sauces. I know gluten-free is a big thing that you do.
I didn't start with gluten-free. My friends, before I'd opened, had kind of they had, cheat days for the gluten-free. So I wasn't taking it too seriously. But once I got open, everyone was saying, oh, you need to have nuggets and, and you need to have gluten-free food. And I'm like, well, we got these nuggets that are long. Anyway. So, but I didn't think there was a reason to have nuggets unless we did something really special with them. So we needed chicken that would, pair up well with Chick-fil-A, because I thought we did everything very well compared to everybody else as far as savory. We didn't have the sweetness of the Chick-fil-A batter, so we incorporated, 3 things. We had nuggets that everyone wanted. We had the sweetness. We had the honey kiss, so did a honey wash before we put it in, and we had the gluten-free. So if I pulled that all together, I would have nuggets. But I wasn't going to mess with nuggets just for the sake of having small chicken pieces. So we got that put together. Took 108 variations of the recipe to get it to where it would taste great for everybody, not just the gluten-free people. It doesn't take a whole lot to to please them, because they're used to it tasting bad anyway. So I wanted it to something that was usually, because most of the gluten-free flours are made for baking, not frying. So to get that changed a little bit and have it stay crispy, somewhat crispy. And I'm now launching a new flour in about a month that is actually a Kansas sorghum-based flour that we're working on, but it'll even be more crispy than what we've got now. But it was really a huge deal for us to start the gluten-free, but to do it right, I got my science background. To do it right, we had to go not only with a fryer that was dedicated, but also a fryer filtration system. So most, you usually filter your fryer oil once or twice a day. But the oil's hot. You can't like get in there and be cleaning the thing out. So we had to get make sure before I would have done gluten free. I had to make sure that we had a separate fire filtration system. Right. And I invested in that and realized a lot of places don't have that.
Right.
But that was another aspect of it. So now we have the gluten free wings. And the gluten-free nuggets. We don't do an upcharge for making things gluten-free, except for our gluten-free cones because they're really brittle and expensive and about having to break. But we do gluten-free buns, and we actually make the sandwich for you. Yeah. We don't make you leave it in a little bag. And if my staff, if I couldn't trust my staff to not make the bun without changing their gloves, I'm not sure why I would expect the rest of my food to be gluten-free.
Sure.
That went on that. So we make the sandwich, toast the bun, and everything for our gluten-free items, and we don't charge any extra.
Very cool. Well, let's go look at some of this food.
Okay, great.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's show us. Flip this around.
All right, so we've got a lot of sides here. I'm a big sides guy. The food can be great, but what are you going to do if the side's not that great? So most places just have fries or a couple things. I really wanted to pay as much attention to the sides and the sauces as I did on the main entree items. So this is our we just launched this. This is our golden nugget sandwich. So this has on the bottom of it, there's honey Dijon mustard. There's 4 fresh pickles. They're not canned pickles. They're fresh pickles, Schwartz pickles. And there's 5 gluten-free crispy nuggets on there. Now this can be a gluten-free bun at no additional charge. This sandwich is $4.99. We've got our raging hot sauce that goes really well with our pork rinds that we make from scratch in here. And the pork rinds are actually the same price as our fries. There's no upcharge for those. But pork rinds are great for a keto diet. They're 0 carbs. They're 9 times the protein and only half the fat compared to French fries. So they're a great, great side item. And you get, a pretty good sized bag. This is $2.59. If you go with a gallon size, which is 4 times as much, those are $4.99. That compares favorably with anything that's in a grocery store right here. This is our smashed potato bowl. So we make our smashed potatoes are red skin on potatoes, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the only potatoes it needs to be. Yeah. I love red skinned potatoes. I don't like to peel the potatoes. Yeah. And so these are red skin smashed potatoes, our skillet gravy, cheese, bacon, and our gluten-free nuggets. Now we can use our chili, our white chicken chili, and put that in place of the gravy, which is actually my preferred way, and then it becomes a gluten-free meal. Okay. These are our nuggets again, with our fried pickles and jalapenos. These fried pickles and jalapenos also happen to be gluten-free. Wow. They do come mixed together. There's about a third jalapenos, 2/3 pickles. So if you don't like jalapenos, you can share them with your friends. Yep. But one or here or there, you can easily see who they are. They're one here and there. They're not that big of a deal if you don't like them. Right. And so this is our farmstead. It's our homemade lemon pepper ranch style dressing. So it's completely from scratch. Wow. Virtually every place you go and you order homemade ranch, it's a seasoning packet with about 70 ingredients in it dumped into some buttermilk. Right. So and it has MSG. So we are a big non-MSG place. Just look up MSG and obesity on Google and you'll see why I don't like MSG. Yeah. I'm sure I'm overweight because I ate too much MSG as a kid. But this only has about 12 ingredients. It's all natural. Now this is our strawberry barbecue sauce that we make here in-house. This is our superfood slaw. This is our pork burger. We grind our pork in-house. It's pork loin. The whole USDA #1 pork loin, fresh, never frozen. We grind it in-house with a grinder that we got at Bass Pro Shop at the last minute when my deal fell through with the place that's going to run my pork for me. So, but then since it's 90% lean, pork loin is 90% lean, it was a little bit dry, so we add chicken to it, which is 96% lean. We add some chicken breast to it, which if you just have a chicken sandwich, that's a little bit mushy. So we add about 25% ground chicken to that, and it's a great low-fat burger. We add the seasoning in with the meat, so there's no variation. We time how long it fries on each side. So again, an all natural, all fresh, never frozen. The only seasoning in that we grind in is salt and pepper. So a really great product for us. And the buns are a buttery potato bun.
Wow.
That toasts up really nice. That's our secret sauce on there.
Secret sauce?
But
what's it comparable to, your secret sauce?
It's a zesty mayo.
Okay.
I'll compare it to anyone's, strip sauce or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
gotcha.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a signature.
Oh, yeah.
The recipes are easy. Getting it consistent, and that's the hard part. This is our fried green tomatoes that we just launched a few months ago.
Holy cow.
These are hand breaded. Virtually all fried green tomatoes that you find in restaurants are going to be frozen. And after I've made them a while myself, I realized why that is. So once the tomatoes start turning red or pink, you can't use them.
Right.
So it's really hard to get the breading to stay on them. Just fortunately, our chicken breading worked perfect for it.
Yeah.
So with the fried green tomatoes, we have our zing sauce, which is a roasted jalapeno and horseradish sauce that we also sell with our gizzards. I didn't put any gizzards out here today, but this is a great sauce for gizzards and also our fried green tomatoes. It really brings out the flavor. These are our nearly naked wings. These are not gluten-free. These are gluten-free.
Yeah.
These are using our same breading as our nuggets do. These are our chicken strips, which you can see that's a zesty batter and then a pretzel breading. All of our items are fried in sunflower oil, which is twice as much as peanut oil as far as cost, but it guarantees that our chicken strips don't taste like our fried green tomatoes, or there's no cross flavor transfer. Plus, it helps support Kansas farmers.
Yep.
So it's definitely worth the value. It also makes our food less greasy. You won't find it like being really greasy tasting. These are our portobello strips that are hand breaded with the same breading that we use for this and this. So our chicken strip breading, again, they're not gluten free. And we get those from a place that raises them in the caves up here in Missouri, and they actually taste a little bit like morels. So I have customers all the time. We used to get them from a different place that wasn't in Missouri, but this batch of that we've been using for about a year and a half actually it tastes a little bit like morels. So if you like fried morels, you're gonna love our portobello strips.
Wow.
This is our nacho fries. So our regular fries are included with our chicken meals. But if you want to upgrade to a large order of fries and make them nacho fries, I think that's a $3.50 upgrade. So you get 3 times as many fries plus cheese and jalapenos. We also have a chili cheese fries using our white chicken chili here, which we make from scratch.
Wow.
And this is so the white chicken chili costs the same as the fries.
Okay.
It's included. The mashed potatoes, they're here. This is the same price as the fries. The pork rinds are the same price as the fries. And then like the fried green tomatoes, the fried pickles and jalapenos, and the portobello strips, those are $1 more. So with all these side items I've got, still 53% of the people order fries.
Right.
I understand it, but it's very frustrating for me. So sometimes we just complicated our kitchen and didn't really increase sales. But anyway, there's always, if you want to eat here every day, there's something to choose from.
Yeah.
So then we also have, a little bit health conscious. This is our drive-through salad bar. So we have about 15 items. We have lettuce and spinach. $7.99. You get 1 meat item. Plus, whatever you want on the salad, we make it from scratch, fresh for your order, and you get exactly what you want on it. If you don't want croutons, if you don't want crackers, don't order them. But if you want them, put them, just tell them, and we'll enter all those things.
Wow.
We also have donuts.
The donuts.
Yeah, I think we are maybe still the only place in Kansas City that you can actually watch your donuts being made. We give a free donut with every meal, or if you're gluten-free, you get a free nugget, gluten-free nugget. But this is our cinnamon roll donuts, and then we have the let's see, cookies and cream donuts. So those are the 2 most popular styles we have, and they're going to snag these away from me. This is for a catering order. They're ready to go out.
Yeah,
so.
They're amazing. What made you idea of doing donuts, pairing donuts in with what you have?
Well, I tell you what, we I just wanted a good excuse to get one of those machines since I was back. It was Splash Country or something like that at Disney World. I took the kids 6 or 7 years ago, and I bought a dozen of those donuts and was on my way to take them to the kids, and I only had enough for the kids, and I'd eaten the rest of the dozen myself, so I had to go back and get a dozen for each of them. And I was so obsessed with those donuts. So I was kind of looking for an excuse to get one, but that kind of faded after a while.
Yeah.
But then when I was opening up here, I was looking for dessert. We didn't have ice cream initially. I didn't want anything to do with ice cream. We ended up giving in and doing ice cream.
Yeah.
And we have homemade, soft serve ice cream. But But I didn't really want to do, the Texas toast like everyone else was doing.
Right.
So I was looking for like a bread item, but then I was also trying to figure out what we're going to do for dessert. I was trying to keep it really simple. And then it just struck me, what about the donut machine? We could do the donut and have the options for people that order different varieties. I think we have about 12 toppings that we can put on those. And so we put a powdered sugar donut with every meal. But then if you order donuts, then we actually have a monitor in the dining room that you can see your donuts being made. So we actually cook the donuts to order.
So what's been the biggest challenge? You've been open about 2 years. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's 100%. The challenge is employees.
Right.
So I mean, we've had people that have been here for a couple of years since we've opened.
Right.
And they do great. They show up on time.
Yeah.
But it's a real challenge getting good help. I think with the last ad I did, I had 58 applicants through a Facebook job thing. Sent all of them immediately a message saying, can you come in at 1:30 tomorrow and interview? Of those, only 8 people responded.
No,
at all. Like some people said, no, I can't, but I can the next day. So 8 people scheduled an interview, and of that, only 3 people actually showed up to their interview. So, and then of those, 3 days later, they're like, why do I have to work this hard? We have a lot going on here. So we have a prep kitchen in the back, and we're making the food fresh up front. So there's a lot going on.
Finding good people is always tough. So what's next? Are you going to expand? Do you think you're going to add more locations? What are you going to do next?
I get antsy about adding a location, and then, I come in on Saturday and we're 2 people short, and I'm like, what the heck am I thinking? I got to pay my bills. So, I'm making my loan payments, so that's, at some point age of 50, you have to wonder, how, crazy do you want to make your life? But I think that, we're doing a lot of good things with, we're buying cars, matching money for foster kids that are buying cars through a program that we do with our Round Up a Hug program. We're able to give 4,000 meals away at the Johnson County Christmas Bureau in the fall, and then a lot of things we do here and there. So there's a good reason to try to expand the concept. And I think we will maybe this summer add another location, but it's not going to have nearly the menu size as it is here. It's not going to be, we probably won't have as much space. This week we were lucky here with the Wendy's that they had 4 hoods. I was able to kind of maneuver things around, and we made really pretty good size, a lot of counter space in our kitchen in the back. So we won't have that probably at the next location that we're at. So we may just have only just the chicken items, may eliminate the pork tenderloin that we have and the pork burger. We're going to do some serious downsizing, and even here, I'm trying to come up with some ideas to downsize the menu a little bit, but try and keep everyone happy, which is always a challenge.
Right. Well, it's fantastic. It's great food. If you haven't been here before, we're on Santa Fe and Ridgeview, right off I-35. It's a great location right here. So it's really kind of, I think a lot of people in Olathe know it, but throughout Johnson County, if you haven't been here, come check it out. They have fantastic food. So it's a locally owned business, which we always want to support. So thanks, Todd. Appreciate the chat today and showing off the food. So I will talk to you guys soon.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.